Good morning, children. Sairam. Welcome back to your English online session. Children, today we will learn something very interesting in writing skills. Children, but what are writing skills? Children, writing is an art of expressing our thought and views, and we cannot write something in an unorganized manner. Language is a medium of communicating our ideas, thoughts, or feeling in the form of speech or writing. So, children, writing is an art of expressing our thought and views. And we cannot write something in an unorganized manner. It should be organized, and for that, language is a medium of communicating our ideas, thoughts, or feeling in a form of speech or writing. So children, writing skills are very important for a student. So writing skills, let us learn what is the importance of writing skills. The ability to write meaningful sentences, lines, paragraphs which a reader can easily understand is termed as excellent writing skills. So children, for writing skills to be excellent, okay, the sentences, paragraphs, lines, it should be written in such a way that it attracts the reader. It is a perfect way to write and express your views on the topic you want to address your audience and listen. So whatever you write, okay, you should see to it that you are able to express whatever you want to say and try to attract or lure your audience so that they listen to what you are going to say. Children, today we will be learning very interesting in writing skills, that is creative writing. So today we'll do something creative, okay? So today we are going to develop story. We'll be going to develop a story. So today we'll be doing story writing. Now let us learn how to develop a story. Today we'll be developing a story. Now children, everyone has a story. We all are experts in cooking up stories. So everyone has something to say, right? So everyone has a story. We all are storytellers. As I told you, we are very good at cooking up stories. So we all are storytellers. We all live in a network of stories. There isn't a stronger connection between people than storytelling. Stories and an essential part is woven into the history of our times. Children, you have learned in history also, yes, that the sources of history, that is how they are passed, oral sources, they are passed through stories. So stories are essential part which is woven into the history of our times. So children, now let us learn what is a story. Children, a story is basically a narrating of real or imaginary events involving real or imaginary people. A story needs to be represented in words necessarily. Even images or moving pictures, that is movies, can narrate a story. A story is generally designed to entertain and or send a message across. So children, what is a story? A story is basically a narrating of real or imaginary events. And events could be real or it could be imaginary. It could be fictional, involving real or imaginary people. A story needs to be represented in words necessarily. It should be written in words. Even images or moving pictures can narrate a story. A story is generally designed to entertain and or send a message across. So stories basically they are designed to entertain and to send message across. Now children, story writing, how to write a story. Now children, story writing is a part of the writing skills section of class 9 and 10 English paper. Children, in your final exam or in the semester examination, you will have this writing skills section, okay, for both 9th and 10th standard. It is a topic that involves creative writing. You have to be very creative and imaginary, right? You have to have good imagination. Here we will discuss the format of a story writing and the steps to write a story for students of class 9th and 10th. So children, this story writing, it's basically for both the classes 9th and 10th standard. Okay, it comes in as a writing skills in creative writing. Remember that, because you have to be very creative in writing a story. And here today we'll be discussing the format of a story writing and the steps to write a story for students of class 9th and 10th. It is helpful for both the classes, that is 9th and 10th standard. Now let us learn how to write a short story. First, let us see what is the format of a story. Okay, what things are to be taken care of when we write a story. Now, first important is beginning. Okay, very important, beginning. The beginning or introduction of a story is very important. This is the part where you can hook the reader and capture their attention. You must have come across some often used beginnings to stories like once upon a time or a long time ago. However, you can get more creative and begin your story with intrigue. Now children, very important, the beginning of the story. Okay, beginning is very important, and the beginning will we can say capture the attention of the readers. So this is a part where you can hook, or that is you can see to it that the readers are attentive, they are totally attentive to what you are going to write at the beginning. So this is a part where you can hook the reader and capture their attention. Children, when you read stories, you might have come across some often used beginnings like once upon a time, long time ago. However, you can get more creative and begin your story with intrigue. You can make it more creative, something different also you can use. Okay, so normally when we read stories, what are the beginnings? Once upon a time, right? When we write a story, normally when you might have read so many stories, right? You might have come across so many stories. So what are the beginnings normally, children? Once upon a time, a long time ago. So these are the beginnings of a story normally, but you can be more creative. You can use something of your own choice. Okay, now next is character introduction. So first was beginning, now next is character introduction. Now children, your story will depend heavily on how well you write your characters. To develop your characters, you can use dialogues as well, but you should keep the dialogues limited in the shorter format. Also, do not include unnecessary secondary characters. Every character of the story must have a purpose. So you can introduce characters, but see to it there are not so many characters involved. Okay, the characters which you involve must have a purpose. Okay, don't go on adding, or just don't go on adding so many dialogues. Be very limited with your dialogues and limited with your characters. Okay, the characters which you include, they should have a purpose. Okay, now children, next is collect ideas for your story. That is, experience usually helps to build good plots. That is, the next is your plot. That is, what should be the plot? Here is where the actual narration of the story will happen. The events that occur or the description of the situation will be written in the plot. So children, first was the beginning, correct? Second is the characters which you want to introduce, but the characters should be with a purpose. The third is the plot. Here is the actual narration. So you have to collect all the ideas or the events which you want to describe. The events that occur or description of the situation will be written in a plot. A plot must always have a conflict, which is the focus of any story. So next was the plot. Okay, now next one, climax or conclusion. Now, and this is where the story will come to its logical conclusion. If there's a plot twist, this is where you will include it. Always end your story in an interesting manner. Also, it is not necessary to give your story a definite ending. A cliffhanger is another effective technique. What is cliffhanger, children? Cliffhanger, that is to add suspense. Till the end, there's a suspense in the story. Yes. So even that also will keep the uh, readers more attentive. Okay, they will be lured to your story. So if you create a suspense till the end, you will see to it that the audience or your whoever watches it, suppose I'll give you some examples of some movies which are suspense thrillers, like the most we can say the best example is Andhadhun story. Children, that was a it had a very it was full of suspense till the end. Okay, the audience was thinking what is the end, what is actually the conclusion, but then it kept the audience thinking till the end. So these are some of the examples of stories which have great suspense in them. So cliffhanger also is an effective technique, that is to create suspense in the story. That also will attract your audience. Okay, so climax or conclusion, and here the story will come to its logical conclusion. If there's a plot twist, this is where you will include it. It is not necessary to end your story in a happy manner or sad manner. You can give a suspense also to your story. Understood, my dear children? So the format is, children, what is the first one? The first one, that how you will begin your story. Then next is your character introduction. The characters which you include, it should have a purpose. Next is the plot, where you have to collect all the ideas what you want to write. And last is you have to give a conclusion. It could be a happy ending, it could be a sad ending, or it could be full of suspense. It depends purely on your creativity and your imagination. Okay, now children, coming from the examination point of view, now children, this question, it's developing a story. It comes under creative writing, as I told you. It's a question number 7. Okay, and the marks assigned for this question are 5 marks. Okay, now developing a story related to given beginning or ending. Now children, in the story you will be given a beginning, then you have to continue, or you might be given a ending. So it depends upon the question. Now the beginning or ending of the story to be developed would be provided in the question paper. You have to add creativity and imagination to your story, because story writing involves creativity, children. Be sure to give a dramatic twist and an imaginative ending while writing a story. Now children, the following points may be considered while attempting this question. Now children, when you develop a story, let us see how are the marks distribution allotted. Okay, now title and beginning. Okay, the title is very important. It is allotted 1 mark. Vocabulary and grammar, 1 mark. Appropriate points, 1 mark. It should be in a logical order, that also carries 1 mark, and your conclusion carries 1 mark. So you will get total, it is allotted for 5 marks. Okay, so you have to keep in mind these things when you attempt this question of developing a story. Now children, how to score well in this question? Now children, be very careful. Read the question properly. Okay, see whether it is a beginning given or ending is given. So you have to read the question properly. Think imaginatively and creatively, because children, story writing, it is full of imagination and your creativity, right? So you have to be very imaginative and creative when you write a story. Compose a dramatic twist and an imaginative climax to the story. So depends, okay, how will be the climax, whether it is a suspense or it is a twist in the story. Yes, it depends purely on your creativity. So children, now let's learn how to develop a story through an example. Now, write a story beginning with: Rahul was alone at home. Suddenly the phone rang. Now children, here just read the question very carefully. It is given, write a story beginning with. So Rahul was alone at home. Suddenly the phone rang. Okay, now you have to start your story with this beginning. Give it a suitable title. Now you have to be very careful. Always you have to remember that your story should have a title. You have to give it a suitable title for your story. Okay. Alright. Now let's start with the story. Now children, just have a look at the title. Rahul's presence of mind. See, the title is given at the top. Rahul's presence of mind. Rahul was alone at home. Suddenly the phone rang. This is the beginning which is given. Yes. So children, now just have a look. I have started the paragraph leaving some space. That is, it should be written indented. Indented means you have to leave some space when you start a paragraph. Okay. So the story started with the beginning which is given in the question. Yes. Now, Rahul was alone at home. Suddenly the phone rang. He hesitated for a moment but then picked up the receiver. Though he said hello, there was no response from the other side. He repeated, hello, hello, but still no one replied from the other end. The phone rang again, but this time somebody asked if his father was at home. When Rahul asked who was calling, the caller refused to tell him and kept on asking his parents' whereabouts. When Rahul refused to answer, the line was disconnected. Now see here children, the title is given. Okay, the story starts with the beginning which is given in the question. Okay, and then it is continued, right? Now, next paragraph now children. Again just have a look, some spaces left. Next paragraph starts now. After some time, the doorbell rang. As Rahul peeped through the keyhole, he found a tall man with a beard outside the door. Rahul got scared and quickly ran towards the phone and called up his father's friend who lived in their colony and told him about the incident. His uncle asked him not to worry as he would reach soon. He quickly collected some other men from the neighborhood and with his pet dog reached Rahul's home. The tall man was looking for a way to get into the house when the dog of Rahul's uncle held his leg with its teeth. The man panicked and tried to run away but was overpowered by all the men of the colony. Soon the police reached Rahul's home and his parents also returned and thanked the neighbors. Everyone praised Rahul's presence of mind which saved his life. Now children, we had just read a story, okay, divided into paragraphs, and when you start a new paragraph, children leave some space, okay. Now, so we had read this story, title was given, yes, then we had started with the beginning which is provided in the question, correct, and it is logical. See the characters which are introduced, and all the characters, they are having a purpose, okay. So you have to develop your story depending on the format which was given, children, and try to be very creative when you write a story or when you develop a story. Okay, now let us read it once again, children. Rahul's presence of mind. Rahul was alone at home. Suddenly the phone rang. He hesitated for a moment but then picked up the receiver. Though he said hello, there was no response from the other side. He repeated, hello, hello, but still no one replied from the other end. The phone rang again, but this time somebody asked if his father was at home. When Rahul asked who was calling, the caller refused to tell about him and kept on asking his parents' whereabouts. When Rahul refused to answer, the line was disconnected. After some time, the doorbell rang. As Rahul peeped through the keyhole, he found a tall man with a beard outside the door. Rahul got scared and quickly ran towards the phone and called up his father's friend who lived in their colony and told him about the incident. His uncle asked him not to worry as he would reach soon. He quickly collected some other men from the neighborhood and with his pet dog reached Rahul's home. The tall man was looking for a way to get into the house when the dog of Rahul's uncle held his leg with its teeth. The man panicked and tried to run away but was overpowered by all the men of the colony. Soon the police reached Rahul's home and his parents also returned and thanked the neighbors. Everyone praised Rahul's presence of mind, which saved his life. So, children, you have seen how to develop a story when a beginning is given. Okay, title is a must. Your story should be logical. Introduce less characters. Okay, the characters should have a purpose. Okay, and I hope you have understood how to develop a story. Okay, my dear students, now we'll be meeting in the next class. Thank you, my dear students. Have a good day.